Good evening, everybody. It is meteorology 8 forecast, guys, and welcome back to the video. Hope you guys are all enjoying your wonderful Tuesday. Again, this is another double upload. Again, this will be my third state snowfall forecast. I want to let you guys know ahead of time that, again, guys, I research a good 20 to 25 minutes for each state, so I try my best, guys, to make these snowfall totals the best. And again, guys, these aren't going to be 100% correct. I just want you guys to know that ahead of time. I had a couple things on my past two videos, so I just wanted to let you guys ahead of time. I'm not perfect. I can't tell the future, and not everything's gonna be like the average, because most of these areas will be seeing above average snowfall. I just hope you guys understand this is not gonna be 100% correct. I'm not perfect, and I live in some of these states. I live in the opposite part of the country, so it's gonna be very hard to get very correct. So I do apologize if these are wrong ahead of time. But yeah, without further ado, let's get this video. So today is actually Missouri, Maine, Indiana, Arizona, and New Jersey. So we're going to be looking at Missouri. So near the St. Louis area, we have 7 to 11 inches. I was actually very surprised of how low the St. Louis snowfall was. Or no, actually, no, the northern part of St. Louis will be seeing 13 to 20 inches. But I was actually very surprised at how low the snowfall totals were in Missouri. I thought they would be a lot higher, but once I looked at the averages for these areas, it looked very, very low. But yeah, we're gonna have 7 to 11 inches for the southern part of Missouri, the southeastern part of Missouri. We're gonna have a slightly above average snowfall in these areas. We'll see a huge amount of average snowfall. We'll have very cold temperatures, but not way above average snowfall. So 7 to 11 inches, which is again slightly below or slightly above average snowfall in these areas. So for also the purple area for southwestern Missouri, I think we'll have a bit more snow that comes in from Kansas for these western parts, and then they move up to the north. So skips these areas. St. Louis tends to see one of those false alarms, like the South does. So 9 to 14 inches is a somewhat average to a slightly above average snowfall range. Now for the areas near Kansas City and central Missouri, we'll be seeing 10 to 21 inches. There's actually a 11-inch difference for the blue or ranges, because Kansas City and these areas northern Missouri will see a bit more or a good amount of snow more than Missouri. But again, I don't want to make so many region and color areas when they will see not super different amount of snowfalls. And then again, yeah, that's Missouri. So yeah, now for Maine snowfall. This one actually was a bit harder, because again, you guys would be saying, oh, this is that's. So I tried my best. Again, I'm the opposite part of the eastern coast, so it's gonna be very, very, very hard to try to get this correct. But I spent actually most of my time actually researching Maine in Arizona. But yeah, we're going to be seeing up to 61 to 90 inches near the areas for the coast of Maine. So these areas, the southeastern coast, obviously more the eastern coast. Again, this average actually ranged a lot of snow. If the areas in the southern tip right here ranged up to 61 inches, and then these up here higher up into the 70s. So I put up obviously up to 90, because we're going to have a lot more nor'easters and obviously, to bring a lot more snow in these areas for Maine. We're also going to have these other areas out here in the other purplish, not purple, but kind of ugly color that can bring 77 to 87 inches. That's going to be obviously the same nor'easters, but we tend to see a bit less snow up there, because again, the snow also scoops up more into the Appalachian Mountains. It tends to go away from the northern coast here, so that's 77 to 87 inches near Bangor. Now let's actually explain the other colors. So sorry, my mom was calling me, so I had to end it right there. But yeah, we're also going to be seeing the light blue 75 to 100 plus inches. Again, that's actually some of my best friends. Again, 100 plus, so they can see 200 inches, but that's still plus, and that's more than 100. So yeah, that's good, because we're going to be seeing these Appalachian Mountains, and we actually see a lot of snow for that northern part of Maine. We're also going to be seeing a good amount of snow with what Caleb brought. And then the purple, we're going to be seeing 66 to 87 inches. So we have those Appalachians. But again, obviously that southern part there near New Hampshire and those areas, we'll see a bit less snow, as we do have higher elevations. And sometimes we have snow that just comes in the northern tip. That happens many times. So that's also a reason why we have a bit lower there. So now I do not wait why it went black. Let's actually just see if Arizona comes up for a second. I do not wait why it went black, but let's just wait. Okay, for some reason it went black, but now Indiana snowfall. This actually one was not super hard. It was actually very strange though. So as you can tell, you guys already off the bat see how low these numbers are and see how high this is. You're probably saying that that I'm weird, or why would I ever do this? Like, how am I so off on this? It's actually very surprising too, because near the areas near South Bend, Indiana, we actually see an average up to 62 inches, and then areas just outside of it see an average up to 20 to 30 to 40 inches. So it's a huge difference, mostly because of lake effect snow. So yeah, I was actually super surprised, and I checked like 2 or 3 times to make sure it was right, because it was like a 40 to 30 degrees in snowfall difference, like within minutes away. So yeah, it was kind of crazy, but yeah, that's what it showed. So 63 to 70 inches, mostly because the lake effect snow. We don't really see the lake effect snow go super deep into Indiana like it does into Ohio or New York or Vermont. So yeah, it's quite different, but yeah, that's what I saw. In the light blue near Indianapolis, in the Michigan City, Indiana area, we see up to 25 to 40 inches. And guys, this is all these numbers are actually slightly above average to moderately above average snowfall, especially for that 12 to 38 inches, because we tend to see a good 16 to 20 inches in these areas. Closer to Fort Wayne, we see 28, but I think we can add a couple inches though with this. Again, obviously we're going to be seeing a lot more snowstorms in the areas in the Ohio Valley, in the Midwest, and then for that pink area, we can see actually 10 to 21 inches, which is near Evansville, where we also see above average snowfall again. Basically, almost all these state explanations are the same. So now this is probably one of my worst maps, to be honest, but Arizona was super duper hard, because again, those areas in the west can just see mountains, and then you can see zero snow. But this one took me a very long time. I do apologize, guys, if I'm off on this. I tried my very best, and I already know off the bat the Flagstaff gets one of the most amount of snow in Arizona. But in the areas in the red, we can see no snow. That's including the Grand Canyon, including areas into Phoenix, including Tulsa, or not Tulsa, Tuska. Those are the areas where we have no snow. And then the areas in the light blue, we actually see a good amount of snow in those areas north of Phoenix. We have those little bit higher elevation. You're probably thinking, how can you see 11 inches? It's Arizona. But trust me, guys, if you kind of look at them, I kind of knew Arizona got that much snow, but I didn't know it was actually that close to Phoenix. So we can see 11 inches there, which is actually possibly around slightly below average to about average. Most of this is actually below average because it's Arizona out there in the west where we see it below average. And also for the light blue, when we get closer to Flagstaff, these areas in north central Phoenix or Arizona actually see a huge mountain ranges from areas for these southern Rockies in those areas. We see 12 to 26 inches as we get closer to near Prescott, Arizona. We can see 12 to 26 inches, which is actually somewhat in the middle of their average. And then again, obviously for Flagstaff in the areas just around there, we see 70 to 80 inches. They see an average about 89 inches of snowfall. So again, slightly below average snowfall. And then the gray areas, we see very little snow. So I put 1 to 5 inches again, guys. That's north of the Grand Canyon. So if you guys are saying the Grand Canyon doesn't get snow, it's not in the Grand Canyon. And then my last one, New Jersey. This actually only has 3 things because it's not super different. For the red, we see 20 to 29 inches. Again, these are all above average too. So you're probably saying, what do you mean you're adding 20 inches? Yeah, we're going to have many nor'easters, guys. Many nor'easters and many mid-Atlantic snowfall. For example, Atlantic City can be seeing a good amount of snow. And the light blue, as we go up, obviously closer to New York and New Brunswick, we're going to see a bit more snow. So that's 22 to 38, and we'll obviously see a bit more snow for northern New Jersey and southern New Jersey. And then for the areas near New York and New Brunswick and New York, we see 29 to 49 inches. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and bye, guys.